Call is being recorded.
And so let's talk to them about why this is a non-pushy, convenient way to share our mission of health, wellness, and blood type education. Go ahead and kick it off, Kayaetta.
Absolutely. I don't know how we can come after the amazing Diamond Terry Anderson. She ripped it up the certification, right? But what I will say is, Kathy, what I love most about vending is it gives us a natural, non-pushy way to share our mission. Like, we're not chasing people. They're
Right.
coming to us, right? They're coming to the table to talk to us, and they're already curious and open to learning. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's so true. It's no pressure. It's casual. People stroll by. They see the banner. They see the table.
Mm-hmm.
They stop
Mm-hmm.
because something speaks to them. And so, whether it's the words blood type, clean supplements, or just our energy. When you're standing at the table, you're smiling. You got on your Akana t-shirt, your blood type t-shirt. Your table is the bomb, and they look and you speak and you just say to them, hello. And you might say to them our magic question. So go ahead, Kayetta. Talk to them about how you can greet them and pull them over to the table.
Absolutely. I mean, it's convenient for them, right? And it's comfortable for us. And the best part is we're offering that education and not a sales pitch, right?
That's right.
Um, so we get to start real conversations with simple questions like, excuse me, do you know your blood type, right? Or when they come over, they're like, what's this?
Right,
Simply,
right.
we educate people on learning their blood type. Do you know your blood type? Right, natural. Have you ever heard of eating for your blood type? Right. Here's another question. Do you know what your gut health is saying about your energy? Right, like it opens the door. In fact, one of the most recent vending events that Ken and I were at, it was amazing. People were walking over and they were so intrigued about, what the facilitator or the host, she kind of introduced all the vendors. And so she introduced our table. So it's always good. This is a side note that when you're vending, if possible, try to make sure that if you can't give an introduction to what you're doing over the event, that the facilitator or the host kind of gives you an introduction from the platform, from the open platform, so that helps bring attraction to the table. But what happened? They came over like, your blood type, what? And they were surrounding the table. And Kathy, do you know that our table turned into like a mini classroom, right? And
That's
instead of
the beauty. Oh, that's
right,
gold
it's
over
like a
there.
mini classroom, and it just organically just took place where I started talking to one, but others were so curious that we just opened up, and so they had a chance to hear the information. All we needed to do was capture the information on our little slip that would tell us what they were interested in. We made sure they signed in. In the event they got impatient to walk away, but we were able to just service people one after another just by simply talking about, do you know your blood type, or have you ever heard of your blood type? I mean, isn't that awesome?
It is so awesome. And I'm telling you, this is the gift that keeps on giving because even long after your vending event, you should be not only following up, but that is really where the magic happens. Yes, some people will buy right there at your table, but the magic
Mm-hmm.
happens when you follow up, when you do what you say you're going to do, as far as sending them a link, sending them
Mm-hmm.
an email. If you're one of those people that does bioscans and they bought the bioscan, send it to them. Either send it to them immediately, but these are all touch points that allows you to call them back. See, you can literally watch the light bulbs go off. I know y'all saw that when you were at the
Mm-hmm.
table. You can see them go, aha, oh my,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't eat that. What do you mean? You when they hear something that connects to their own health story. I did bioscans for my pharmacist group, right? That was one of the gift certificates that I gave away. Well, why would I give away the bioscan? No, I'm not giving away the entire report, and I'm only giving away a session where we're talking about the top five. The top five we always
Mhm.
talk about, right? But
Mhm.
here's the thing, not only did I make sales while we were at doing that quick bioscan, but when they saw what was on there, I was speaking to their own health story. How do you know I
Mhm.
eat chicken? Well, because your uric acid is through the roof. How did you know my feet tingle? How did you know my toe is hurting? How did you know that? Because when I saw
Mhm.
what I saw and asked those questions, it gave them, it spoke directly to them, and then they were more open to getting the 7 day
Mhm.
cleanse, to getting the bitters, to buying their blood type starter kit. And so, then they start asking questions. That's why I feel like that. Is this why nothing I've tried works? And you can be intelligent
Wow.
and answer those questions based on your training and your own experience.
Wow. Wow. That's powerful, Kathy. I mean, you hit that on the nail, on the nail, hit the nail on the head on the nail. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But it reminded me. It kind of, as you were talking, it reminded me of an amazing. She's now a distributor. Now she joined us, and she is a powerhouse now. Naima, I remember doing her bio scan, and we hadn't had any conversations, and she's already into holistic healing. But when I started speaking to her, the results, she was like, yep, yep, yep. That, like, it like confirmed, not that we need a bioscan. We don't
Right.
need a bioscan because they're,
Don't
if
need
they
that.
have never, if they haven't cleansed already, we know that your body has been compromised. If you have any health issues, your body has been compromised, and we need to clean it out. So we already know that. But that bioscan, if you're in a position to have that added tool, it adds power, it adds connection and confirmation to what you're already talking about. So that just really seals the deal. And she jumped right on in, hitting the ground running, and cleansing everybody she knows that says yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
excited about her growth. But then you talked about that well, John Maxwell talks about many communicate, but few connect. When you said connecting to their actual health story, even
Right.
when you're vending, right? You may not have an opportunity to bioscan because there's a lot
Right.
going on, right?
Right.
But if you have that intimate moment, don't be afraid. If they're intrigued and they're leaning in, you lean in with them, right? And
Hmm.
maybe ask them, do you have any health concerns? Right?
Exactly.
That will give you the opportunity, right? They'll let them tell you what you need to hear in order to close them on whatever products it is that would help them. You be the solution that they're looking for. And so yes, when they realize that we're not there to just push a product, but to share a solution. Guess what that does, Kathy?
What?
It builds trust instantly. Like
Yes.
instant, the blink
Yes.
of an eye, it builds
Yes.
trust, right? You're not trying to sell me. Now. People like to buy; they don't like to be sold,
That's
right?
right.
So that's what vending allows us to do. It allows us to first educate, educate. Then it allows us to inspire. That's second. And then the
Yeah.
third thing it allows us to do is to serve.
There you go.
Is to serve, educate, inspire, and then serve. A lot of people say, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Listen, you lead with your heart and have those three things in mind. Close your eyes and see. Educate first. Inspire second, and which means you got to have that energy. You got to be excited because you're about to deliver them some transformational information.
That's it right there.
Akana in the hands of God. God used Akana to save my life, y'all. I'm excited that I get an opportunity. You get an opportunity to inspire and then have God empower you to serve. What you think about that, Kathy?
I absolutely love that. And I just want to clarify, in the event that I did on Saturday, it was a closed event. There was a finite number of people that were there. And I had promised that I was going to do that for them. In your regular vending venues, you more than likely do not have the time to do a bioscan, even when you're doing just the complimentary few reports. But what you can do is you can schedule those for later. Remember, those are you are at that vending event to make connections and to follow and to have something to follow up with. And so you can let them know about it. You can schedule it, and that gives you another chance to touch. Okay, so on most vending events, just know that I don't do bioscans at most vending events. This particular one was with my pharmacist group. It was something that we had where we swapped. And so when you're in groups like that, you want to, like any social groups that you're in, you want to really collaborate and coordinate with the people in the group. Because if you're in any kind of networking or business type of a group, consider consider events that they have as a way to be able to swap services,
Yeah.
swap or trade products, and that way you'd be able to build that rapport within the group. Here's an example. So
Mm.
at that particular event, it was a swap, shop, and serve event, right? So there was a lady who bought in a plethora of tomato seedlings, right? Different types of tomatoes. She had several tomato seedlings, which we know usually cost about $1, two, or three, right? So she gives me three seedlings. I give her a blood type testing kit. It worked out great, right?
Mm. Yeah.
You know, I gave somebody a bioscan, the complimentary part of the bioscan, and they gave me a plethora of herbs to take home. And so those kind of things are great swaps. But guess what happened after that? I have an appointment with the lady that gave me the cherry tomatoes.
Mm.
I just sold a 7-day cleanse yesterday and got a vending event from that person that gave me the herbs. Okay.
Wow. Game over.
Game over. And why
Game
is
over.
my computer doing this right now? So go ahead and let's talk about the next one. Where am I at?
Yeah. Where you were
Oh,
so
that's right. It is convenient too, as business builders, and we can set up for a few hours, talk to 20, 50, or 100 people in one day and walk away with new connections, y'all.
mhm.
Contacts and potential partners, no chasing, no cold calls. Here's
Mhm.
an example of success with that. I've been in this pharmacist group since late April, right? In that group, there are a plethora of professionals there. Yesterday, I had red light therapy with one of
Mm.
the professionals who does that, right? She did my front side, she did my back side, she did a whole 360 scale thing and showed me my measurements and all of that kind
Mm.
of stuff. I think Kathy is in effect, right? And so and so
Hello. Can you all hear me? Hello.
Kayaetta, we hear you, not Kathy.
We can hear
We
you.
hear you. We hear
All
you,
right.
Kai.
Awesome. Well, I'll keep
We don't
going
hear
until thank you, Bernadine. I'll keep going until she comes back in. One of the things that I wanted to add as well is when she talked about the vending and the bioscan, another thing that you can do if the event is a big event, put you a team together. You know, if you don't have one, collaborate. And then maybe someone can be doing bioscans while you're doing blood type testing, and someone working the crowd, and you can always get creative and find the opportunity. And like and like I said, if it doesn't present itself, create it. Another thing about vending is you want to make sure that everything that you need, right, is there. So make sure you're communicating and getting those details of what is provided, and don't be shy and communicating what it is that you need. And so she talked about it being so convenient. So it's always great for those who are still growing their confidence in sharing, right? It puts you in a position where it's not as intimidating because people are
I'm
walking over
not
to
sure
you.
how it
Are
not
you
sure
back,
how I got
partner?
kicked off. Not sure how I got kicked off the call, but
That's
please
that's
carry
all right.
on.
That's all right. So I was just talking about it's easier to talk about the mission when someone is standing in front of you, open, curious, and they're in a learning mindset.
That's right. That's right. That is so right. Oh my goodness. And so, different events are available. You can go to wellness expos. Back to school events are happening right now, guys. I've got one on Saturday. Church fairs, community pop-ups. And so even though you're at the back to school event, you get to see moms, dads, and kids. You got the family right there, right? So
Right there.
that way you can really get those questions answered. You can kind of see whether or not there's a couple of mini me's that also need to be a little bit healthier than mom and dad, right? So you got it all right there.
Absolutely. And what I love most about that, Kathy, is we're meeting people right where they are, with solutions they didn't even know they needed.
I
You
know,
know,
right?
vending isn't just, it's not just about the sales, right? If it's about the sales for you, you're killing yourself. Like you self sabotage yourself. If
Mhm.
it's just about the sales, now don't get me wrong. It's not just about education either, because guess what? We're in business. So if you don't
Right,
close, yeah, if there's no
right.
closing, I don't know how long you're gonna be in business. You want to call that ministry, right? That's gonna be
That's right.
ministry for you.
That's right. That's
But
right.
but it's ministry first, then business second, right? So you always want to have that in mind. That the the intention is to close it, which means that the intention is to put the solution not just in their head and in their heart, but in their hands to
That's
take
right.
away, right, and so and when we do that, we have an impact. We
That's
have an
right.
impact. So that's why I say every table, Kathy, every table that we set up is a table of transformation.
Ooh, say that again.
Every table, when you putting that table up, you say, God, I thank you for this table of transformation. It's a table of transformation. So be empowered. Be that superhero that Melissa has put in that Proverbs book, right? We're that superheroes in the flesh, in person,
That's right.
transforming lives.
That's right.
Yeah, so we want to show up with the heart and the results. Let's encourage the team to see vending as a mission in motion. It's a mission in motion. Remember, no pressure, just presence. Show up with the heart, and the results will follow. And y'all, guess what? That's it. Let's lead the way. One table, one story, one conversation at a time. I believe that's our time. We're a little over our time. Sorry, partner, that you're having some technical difficulties, but we felt your love. We felt your energy. I kind of thank you for the time. Are you still with us, Kathy? All right. Well, I do know, and anybody can unmute if I miss anything, but I know that that today we have the wellness lounge, the elevated experience, the wellness lounge at 1 o'clock at 411 East 35th Street at our headquarters. Don't miss the opportunity to bring your people down so that they can be blessed with the experience, and also get their blood type testing and their bio scans done, and you sell some products, right? It's an easy sell when they're in the house, be in the house, right? And then Thursday, tomorrow, don't forget that we also have the presentation, the overview, where we get the opportunity to invite people to see what we do, why we do, and how they can do it too, and they can take advantage of building wealth while they're transforming their health. And then right after that, we have the 360 community call. It's hot. It's the doctor's call. They've been dropping that fire, y'all. So
Yes,
if you're in that 360, make sure you plug in there. And don't forget, I believe this weekend is the Battle of the Blood Type. Is that right? Am I right?
Yes, it's at the dispensary. Yes.
All right. Well, Kathy, I'm tossed the ball back to you because nobody can do it like you.
Look here, no. I've got this crazy gremlin, but because we are a team, we make the devil a liar. We have been able to get through this call a little bit past time. Appreciate you guys for being patient with technical difficulties, cicadas in the background, and gremlins in the computer. I hope you guys got something, because vending is where it's at. It's absolutely a great non-pushy way for you to get our message out there. And oh my goodness, it is great. Listen, I've already done $400 in business, and it's only Wednesday, and this is from vending event I did on Saturday. So guys,
Wow.
go vend, follow up. Have a great rest of the day. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Have a fun kind of day. Bye for now.
Bye for now.